Hello, my people.
How are you?
How are you?
I hope
I
you
feel
are
that
well.
you are all doing great. Well, today is very special. Do you know why? Because with Teacher the winner, your confusion about calculation of professional income tax are going to be eliminated. I believe that taxes is one of the interesting topics that is taught in secondary schools. So that is why I'm highly inviting you. I'm very excited to invite all of you, especially senior 2 and senior 6 students, to be there so that we benefit more about the relevant topics I'm going to be sharing with you, especially calculation of taxes, uh, tax that is called professional income tax or pay as you earn. So stay connected, watch this video until it ends. I believe you are going to benefit. So without taking much of our time, unit number 5 in senior 6, it is called taxes and customs procedures. So from there, we are going to know and get more skills and knowledge about tax related affairs. But without taking much of our time, let me first remind you what tax means. You know, before I tell you more about tax, when someone tells you more about taxes, you need to understand almost 4 main things. Number 1, tax is compulsory contribution. Number 2, tax is imposed by government. Number 3, tax is supposed to be paid by individuals and business organizations. Number 4, government imposes taxes with a purpose. The purpose, nothing else apart from raising government revenue to support public expenditures. That's why, as you learned about it, tax is a compulsory contribution imposed by the government to its citizens and business organizations so as to raise revenue for the public expenditures. Thank you very much. So sometimes people get confused about different taxes, difference between tax and taxation. When it comes to taxation, get to understand that a system that government raises money. It's a system of raising money or revenue by the government from individuals and companies by law through taxes. So do not get confused anymore. So I would like just to talk on the key points of today. That is calculation or computation of pay as you earn. It is called pay as you earn or professional income tax. Here, according to Rwanda Revenue Authority, it's a government board that is in charge of tax collection as well as administration, you know. So has listed the steps, number of steps that people need to pass through when calculating professional income tax. And I know you know who is a profession. Someone who is doing a job and earning a salary after having long period of time just of training in it. Someone who is doing his or her career is said to be a professional. So you know, people normally get salary per month. So that's where we are going to see monthly taxable income. So I'm going to show you a table extracted from Rwanda Revenue Authority that is acting as a guidance. Now, you can see that from this amount of money, this amount of salary, to this amount of salary, any professional who earns between this range is supposed to pay tax which is called the professional income tax at 0%. That is to say, taxable income is 60,000. Will be paying tax at 0%. Take care. This 60% is tax exempted, is exempted from paying tax. In the other words, someone who earns even 60,000 in Rwanda will not be supposed to pay tax. Will pay tax that is equivalent to 0. Take care. So number next, this table states also that someone who earns an income, a salary that is between 60,000 excluded and 100,000, you can see that is to say taxable income is 40,000 and will be supposed to pay professional income tax at 10%. You can see. The next step number 3, is showing that any professional, any worker, any employee who earns between 100,000 and 200,000, that is to say a taxable income will be 100,000. This income will be supposed to pay professional income tax at 20%. You can see respectively. There's a step number 4, which stated that any income that is above 200,000 excluded, any income that is above. You can see that we don't know the taxable income because we can consider it as the X, because it depends on how much money a particular person earns. So this person who earns above 200,000 will be supposed to pay professional income tax in 4 steps. That is to say, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 3, and step number 3 will be paying professional income tax or pay as you earn at 30%. I hope that you are following and you are getting me right. So from there, we cannot understand this better when we are not doing practical activity. So that's why I would like just to give you working example. So it is very simple that you can read. Inyange Industry Limited wanted to calculate the professional income tax, in bracket professional income tax or pay as you earn, on the salaries of its employees during April 2024. You know, Inyang Industry has 2 workers. Worker number 1, she's by the names of Joy, who gets 400,000. Worker number 2 is by the names of David, who gets that amount of money. Now, what you are required to do is to calculate professional income tax to be paid by Inyang Industry for both workers, I mean Joy and David. So do not worry, something is simple. We are going to pass a number of those steps according to Rwanda Revenue Authority. Now keep following, you are going to know how it can be done. Now the answer is below. Let us start with Joy, who gets 400,000. Remember, from the table above, someone who gets that amount of money, absolutely they are above 200,000. That to say, Joy will be supposed to pay professional income tax by passing in 4 different steps. So let us see step number 1. We need first of all to subtract to get 60,000 from Joy's salary, monthly salary, we pay tax at 0%. That is to say, step number 1, the taxable income will be 60,000 times 0 over 100, which is 0. Like the other taxpayers, Joy also will not pay tax at her 60,000. Is it okay? Now, we need to proceed with step number 2 because Joy's salary is above even 200,000. So, step number 2, we are going to take, the income that is ranging between 60,000 excluded through 100,000 included. That is to say, a taxable income is 40,000 times 10%. Now, step number 2 will be appearing like that. It is 40,000 times 10%, which is 400, which is 4,000. Sorry. Thank you. Now, we need also to see Joy's income that is between 100,000 excluded to 200,000. That is to say the difference is 100 because it is 200,000 minus 100,000, which is 100,000. So step number 3 will be 100,000 times 20%, 20 over 100, which is 20 Rwandan francs. Remember, we are here in Rwanda. I hope that you are getting. So, because of the fact that salary of Joy is greater than 200,000, that's why we need to check, we need to calculate the income that is beyond 200,000 that will be supposed to pay tax at 30%. You know, Joy earns 400,000. So we are going to take 400,000 minus 200,000 and we are going to get 200,000 times now 30%, which is 60,000. So from there, when we complete all of those steps, we need to calculate the total tax to be paid, the total professional income tax to be paid by Indian industry, but for Joy. So it is 0, you can see, plus 4K, you can see, plus 20,000 plus 60,000, which is 84,000. So that's to say, every profession, every individual person who earns monthly salary equivalent to 400,000 is supposed to pay 84,000 as a professional income, tax to Rwanda Revenue Authority every month. I hope that you are understanding. Now, for us to understand this lesson better, I want you just to leave you with the homework. Remember, we are students. Just do not get bored of doing homework. For you to know whether you are on track, I would like to allow you just do this question. Calculate total professional income tax or pay as you earn to be paid for the next worker of Indian industry by the name of David, who gets this amount of money. Are we together? So you are going to pass through the steps like how I have done the previous just question, now for you to check whether you can do similar questions. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. God bless you. Any comment, any question, please drop your comment, your question in a comment section down there, so I will come back to you. So thank you for watching this video. I love you so much.